Yes.
Hi sir, I hope you saw the DM on Instagram about a technical shooting question that I
Yes.
shared.
I've made a complete list of that and I've prepared to answer all those. So have a seat and let's begin. Fantastic. One of our followers sent us this DM requesting some clarifications. So we're making this video. The main purpose of making this video, again, I'm telling, is not to think that we are addressing only one person's concern. The questions he has asked is universal. The problems are suffered by shooters across the board. So there are very good questions that we got from this person. So that's the reason I'm making a video instead of answering him personally, so that it helps a lot of other people who are making the same mistakes. Okay. So remember again, everything is basics. Okay. You have to remember everything has to be solved at basic level. When you don't address certain issues at basic level, that is when these problems crop up. If you have addressed these questions, these problems at the basic level, and the coach is put in the thought process, set in the right direction, or as a shooter, you have discovered the right direction to go, you will never face these problems. The problems come because you confuse basics sometimes. Okay, so let me read out the questions and start answering one by one. And it's pretty easy to solve. Please don't worry. Any doubts, please reach out to us. Okay, so this is the question. Hello, coach. I saw you on YouTube. I am an air pistol shooter. My scores are between 555 and 565. I can't raise it. I had some questions. Can you help me? I am, for the first part, he mentioned I am cross dominant. In other words, my left eye is dominant and I shoot with my right hand. I close my right eye when shooting. Cross dominant eye. What is cross dominant eye? Let me address that first. So basically, when I'm seeing through both my eyes, okay, when I'm looking through both my eyes, what happens is the image that gets registered majority of the time is the image my right eye is seeing. That is me. Okay. So when I pull the pistol up, the image I get is from the right eye maximum. Only about a little percentage comes from the left eye, and that creates a disturbing image for me. So my brain is switching between image coming from the right eye and from the left eye. So it creates a problem for me. So I have a right dominant, but yet my left eye certain disturbs. Whereas we have a couple of shooters who are capable of opening both eyes and shooting, like Yusuf Dekik, I think from Turkey, who won the Olympic this thing. So he never doesn't have a problem. He has only one dominant eye, and the image from the other eye does not disturb him. Okay. So for a lot of people, what happens is the left eye is more dominant, and for a lot of people, right eye is more dominant. So right-handers generally have right eye dominance, and left-handers have left eye dominance. But by practice, we can switch them. Okay, we can always switch them with practice. For me, right eye is dominant, so I'm shooting with right hand. So I will hardly have a problem. But for those people who have left dominant eye and want to use left eye to shoot right-handed, will have to move their hand inwards and rotate their wrist, which we will demonstrate using these mobile phones. The cameras are like the eyes, left eye, right eye, and then we'll put the gun across and we'll understand what is the problem shooter faces. Okay, so let us start. Okay, there you go. So see, this is the left eye image and this is the right eye image. Now when I hold the pistol up, okay, and aim correctly using my right eye, okay, so this is the image my left eye is looking at right now. So combine these two image, the brain starts confusing between the possibilities. Okay, so now if somebody is a left eye dominant, okay, what they will have to do is rotate the wrist like this to get the correct aiming position. Okay, see now left eye is seeing, and through the left eye the image is correct, but from if you look at from the right eye, this is the image you will get. Okay, so this is a perfect example of right-hander shooting with the right eye vision, or left-hander shooting with the left eye vision. If you are a right-hander and you start using your left eye, the image you will see is something like this. Okay, so what you have to do is, best thing is to use a blinder on the left eye as long as your right eye vision is perfect. If your right eye vision is perfect, we always recommend using a blinder on the left eye, so that the only image you will ever see in shooting is this. So this is exactly what you need. But if you are forced to use your left eye, then please use a blinder on the right eye and cover the right eye so that you don't stress the face and avoid any sort of movement that will arise because of these stresses. Okay, then what will happen, from this position you have to move your arm in and rotate your wrist to get the correct position so that you come into the line of the left eye and be straight to the target. So this is the additional requirement. So this is the problem of having cross dominant eyes. So first and foremost suggestion is always use a blinder. So if you want to shoot right-handed, and so use a blinder to close your left eye. Just because your left eye is dominant, you need not use your left eye because you have perfectly good sight on your right eye. If you have a bad sight on the right eye, so let us say somebody has about -6, -7 on the right eye, but left hand vision is much better, where the power is not as bad. So what they can do is they can use the left eye. But if their right eye has perfect vision, all they have to do is use a blinder on the left eye. Okay, the moment you put a blinder on the left eye, you are looking only through your right eye now, and it is very clear. Your brain registers a perfect image. The extra rotation of wrist disappears, and you can shoot very comfortably on the right hand. So to explain the problem, I have made this image. Okay, so if you see what a shooter faces a problem is through looking through left eye. See, the angle of the vision, okay, is going to the side of the rear sight. So your front sight will always look at the left of the rear sight. Okay, that is the problem. So this is what you're looking at. This is a perfect vision. Right hand, right eye. Right hand, left eye. This is how it looks. Okay, so on a comparison basis, if you want to look, this is a right hand shooter with right eye dominance. So what happens if he blocks his left eye vision? He has no problem. Okay, the moment he shuts, only this is visible. So it's perfectly aligned. There is no rotation of wrist. Everything is straight, perfectly going well. But if you look at a shooter who is a right-handed shooter and shooting with the left eye open, so what happens is the angle of the arm has to move inwards to accommodate the left eye vision, and the wrist has to rotate outwards to get in the straight line of the target. So this is the challenge a right-hander with left eye dominance will face. Okay, so my recommendation, this position, use a blinder. Okay, so that's the primary point I would want to say. And second question, when what image should I see before raising the gun to the target to shoot? I usually see the front sight on the left. This is what I already explained. You see the front sight on the left is primarily because your wrist is adjusted towards the right eye vision. So that's why you see the front sight on the left side. When I come to the target line, I bring the front sight to the center. So that means you're rotating at that point of time, which is not right. If you're going to continue to use your left eye to see while shooting in the right hand, then you will have to adjust the starting position itself with a rotated wrist. Bring the front sight to the center, then go up and then come down. Don't come to the center and then rotate your wrist. It's a bad idea, and it will cause you a lot of trouble while shooting. This is guaranteed. Okay, because you have additional movement in the center. In the holding area, you are bringing additional movement into the gun. So it is not advised at all. Next, should I raise my gun slightly to the left in order to catch the correct aiming position? 100% yes. You will have to do that. You have to make the adjustment even before raising the gun. So it makes absolute sense to adjust even before you start from the bottom and then go up and come down. Just ensure while doing this. So a lot of people do this mistake again. So while they are holding the pistol down, okay, what they do is they bring their head down to look at the sights to adjust. As they lift the gun, they start moving their head up and then again come down. So you see, this head movement should never happen. So get your head into the final position and then move your arm accordingly. Just roll your eyes. Just roll your eyes from down to up to down. Okay? Don't just roll your eyeball from up to down and don't move your head up and down while moving the gun up and down. So this is extremely important. Hope you get this point. And next question is, a lot of people have this doubt. A lot of people in the past also have asked. They've asked, I use a LP10. In LP we have these weights on the sides, the provision for adding weights on the sides. So the question is this normal? where this weight should be positioned on the gun. Okay, this is very normal. You can remove them as well. Okay, just an Allen key screw, these pop out and you can shoot. So why do we use these weights? See, it's a very technical answer. To be brief, we use these weights to increase the center of gravity from the wrist position. Okay, you see from here to balance the gun weight front and back. That's when we use very ideally. Or simply put, few people want a little heavier gun. At that point of time, they will add the weights and they make the gun heavier. So ideally, this should be done to get a perfect balance of the gun from here, from this point, how much weight is distributed to the front and the back. That should be equalized. So that is the reason we use these weights. That is the technical answer. Okay, so see, it's perfectly okay to not have a proper center of gravity defined gun. Okay, you can still shoot 580s. I have seen amazing shooters in my lifetime. I've been lucky enough to have been associated with these people that they've done fantastically well without even altering the grip, without altering the weights of the gun. They still shoot fantastic. So nothing to worry. It's perfectly fine. And the final question is, do you have a sample training program? Okay, so because our videos are becoming a little popular among shooters and they are asking very good questions, I've decided to offer a free course, and this is no strings attached. So what we'll do is I will put up lessons, what are the things you need to train accordingly, and the same methods what we use in our academy to over the last 8 years what we've done here, the research, all that I will put it across and make more videos and share it. And thanks for following, and kindly share the content so other shooters also benefit out of it. Thank you. To spread the joy of shooting, always ensure you're following the safety rules. Always point the gun in the safe direction. Second, treat the gun as always loaded. Three, use safety flag wherever it's necessary and even if it's not necessary. Happy shooting.